Welcome to Real Talk. My name is Jordan Badger. I'm the Director of Student Ministries, or Basketball Director, and I'm here with Melissa Chavez. Remind me what your title is.
I'm the Director of Music and Worship at Herndon.
But when we're not doing all of our really other fun things, one of the things that we participate in every week is our life group, the Yopros life group, that Melissa and I co-lead together. And so we're here with our unicorn milkshake, because this is one of the very fun things that you can get at a place called Big Buns. There's one that just opened on Herndon Street, and this one's over here in Reston. And one of our favorite things to do as a life group is we love to go out to eat every week together. Historically, we love Nando's, but we're also just kind of expanding our reach to a lot of different places. And when we saw this at Herndon Street, we're like, this is not the time, but today is. So we're really excited to be here. And yeah, what else should we say? What else should we tell people about life group?
Yeah, so we thought we'd just answer some random questions for you. When we finish, this is going to be our reward. I'm just so excited. Yeah, I'm like really excited. Okay. Yeah, draw one. Also, we have fries, just so you know, while you see us eating them.
Do you want me to read this question?
Yeah, go for it.
Right.
Okay.
Melissa, what is a life group?
When I think about the many ways that you can find community at church, like you can of course do that through like service, and you can do that from Bible study. And I think life groups to me are really special because you get together really to get to know each other, to care about each other, support each other. And yes, sometimes you do service together, and sometimes you study the Bible together, and sometimes you pray together, and all of those pieces. But that's not the core of what makes a life group. The core of what makes a life group is like you getting together with us, and we get to know you, and vice versa. And we have like unicorn shakes together, and we just learn a lot about each other. And it's great because for me, it's made me feel really connected to the church at large.
Yeah, and I also think too, like, what I've loved about our life group is because we're all young professionals. All of us are kind of in that quasi like mid-stage of life where we're still trying to figure out like where's our community, and sometimes it's really hard to do when you're new to an area, right? And so it's been really great that we've been able to say like, oh, you look like a young professional, come join us. And the ways that folks have gotten enfolded into our community and then get plugged in other areas in the life of the church as well. So yeah, should we get another question?
That's a good answer. Yeah, okay.
Good answers. Like good
answer.
Good answer.
Okay. Oh, who is a young professional?
I would love to tell you. A young professional is somebody who identifies as both young and professional. We intentionally don't put many bounds on the age limit because really what a young adult is depends on who you ask, right? And so we want it to be open and inclusive to folks who are in that early stages of getting started in their career part of life, whether that's at age like 22, 23, or 35, 36, or even a little bit beyond. And we want that to be a space for all folks to feel really welcome with that.
Yeah.
How do I find out more?
Oh, okay. So right now, because I'll be editing this video later, if you would like to get an email or you would like to join our mailing list, it's super easy. You are literally just going to either zap the QR code that's about to appear right here or the link right there. That's it.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Oh, and that goes to, actually, let's pop a link right here, right now, for our fellowship group. Also, we're going to pull one of these cards and we're going to talk to you about it later. But if you're interested in a fellowship group, you can take this link right here. Oh, okay. Joanne, how has your life group, so I guess it's our life group, how has our life group changed your life?
Man, I know we've only been doing this for like since the fall, but it's become something I really look forward to on Wednesdays, and it's nice to be in conversation with others like who are also like in the quote unquote struggle a little bit, and be able to say like, yes, I don't understand why housing is this much, or yeah, like I had this thing happen at work. And so it's been a really great place to build community. And I think for me in particular, one of the things that's been very life-changing is seeing the way the members of our life group get connected to the life of our church. So as I mentioned earlier, I'm the director of our upward basketball program, and it's been very cool to see our life members either help out for an extensive amount of time on Saturdays during games, or they would give some time during the week. And to see that like the outward flow of service and wanting to support the whole of everything has been really, it's been very, very meaningful to me. But what about you, Melissa? This feels like a dual question.
It is a dual question. I think for me, like our young professionals like group, one of the ways that it's changed my life at Herndon United Methodist Church, because like I really feel known and connected. And I have to say, like, getting the chance to share who you are with other people can feel really vulnerable, and maybe sometimes like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, here we are in the suburbs, you're kind of like, love your privacy. But I have really been amazed at how just through our conversations, sometimes, like I brought up recently, I was going on a trip to see my family, and one of our life group members put like that part of my upcoming story with like a piece of my past story, and was like, oh, what is that going to be like for you? And I felt so known.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think that when we are feeling the love of God, we often feel like really known and accepted as we are. And so when you feel that in your life group, you're like, oh, like I'm like actually really encountering Jesus right now in like this really beautiful way. So yeah, for that changes my life, changes my day for sure, makes it way better.
I love that. Melissa, what is a typical Wednesday night life group like?
Okay, typically on Wednesdays, we meet from 6 to 7, and that is like soft. We meet at 6-ish. We go until 7-ish. Really, there's no real agenda, because we're just getting to know each other, spending time in community. So some people get there at 6. I usually get there at like 5:45. Some people get there at like 6:15. No big deal. Come when you can, right? And people leave when they need to. And you can find us in a lot of different places. Sometimes we're at the church, sometimes we are out in the community. Actually, most of the time we're out in the community, I'm not gonna lie. We love Nando's Peri Peri Chicken. Yes, it's so good. It's one of our favorite places to go. Places like Big Buns here. We're going to Makers Union in a couple weeks. Yeah, so the best way to figure out where to find us is in our link, and I'm just gonna pop it right here. We send out a reminder every week. Even if you can only come sometimes, like come and join us. We would love to have you. We sit down, we order food, we talk about whatever we want to talk about.
Yeah.
We've talked about tough stuff. We've talked about lighthearted things. We've talked about what we're giving up for Lent. We've talked about our families and our pets and our dreams for the future, and whether or not we love unicorn-shaped milkshakes or...
Overwhelmingly, the answer is yes. So
Absolutely. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right, Joanne, why is our life group for young professionals specifically?
Oh my goodness. This is a really great question. Oftentimes, young professionals don't often have a place in the church. And I'm going to say church on like the large, like capital C church, not necessarily specific to Herndon. Oftentimes we are so used to thinking of like, we have older adult ministries, and we have family ministries, and we have student ministries and children's ministries. But then there's like this very lovely gap of folks that often get forgotten about, because I think has been designed around family units. And what I think is really, really cool, particularly about Herndon, is like we have a large population of young professionals who may not yet have families, but still want to be connected to the life of our church, who still want to serve, who still want to find community. And so I think what makes that really beautiful is that we have a space that's allocated for that, for space for belonging. And I think that's what I would say anybody who comes to church, and again, Big C Church, not just Herndon, is looking for, is a place of belonging and acceptance, and to be able to show up as fully as they are and to be loved as God has created them. And I love that we are very active about doing that at Herndon and really care a lot about making sure that happens.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think for young professionals, we are oftentimes a community in flux too. You don't know where your next job's going to be, or your next professional opportunity, or what it's going to be like. So to be with other people who understand we're kind of in like a transient stage, so to speak, and we may not have figured out where we're landed, but that's okay. We're going to do life together, and we're going to support each other in all of like the peaks and the valleys that young professional life brings. I think it's really important.
Yeah, and it's really fun. And again, when you're new to an area, so like I was new to Herndon, never lived in Northern Virginia, knowing that there are actively other people my age who wanted to get together and hang out, and even before we had our life group, like that meant a lot to me. And I was like, oh good, I'm not the only one here.
Okay, Joanne, I can't make Wednesday night life groups, but I really want to meet other young professionals. Help.
Oh, I can help you. So as Melissa mentioned, we do have a larger fellowship group where usually at least once a month we do some sort of shenanigan, which usually involves eating of some kind and doing something fun together. And so like back in October, we took 15 of us, or however many, and we went and played mini golf, but it was like glow in the dark mini golf, monster mini golf. And we played mini golf together, or we got the roll tacos, or other things. So I think coming up in April, we may be looking at bowling and potentially our Easter egg hunt.
Easter egg hunt,
yes. All in the pursuit of a chocolate bunny, which is a good and worthy cause for all of us. So if you're not able to make it on Wednesdays, it's not a big deal. We have other ways to connect and plug in that we'd love for you to come to. And of course, like if you have friends who are like, hey, I don't really have community and I'm looking for a way to get plugged in, all are welcome. Literally, y'all come, we'll be here, and it'll be a great time. The critical question for this moment, do we get to keep the unicorn?
I really don't know the answer, but I've been wondering it since I've been sitting here. This is so cute. I feel like this might reappear at the egg hunt.
Yes.
Yes, it's like this might reappear. Not the shake will be gone, just to be clear.
But if you want a milkshake, please do not let us stop you from putting a milkshake into the unicorn at your desire. But yeah, so those I think are all our questions.
Those are all our questions.
All our questions.
Is there anything you want to say in closing, Joanne?
No, our GoPros are great, and I hope that at some point in time you'll be able to point them out, and we'll point them out to you all, and you'll be introduced. And thanks for hanging out. We'll report back on this unicorn milkshake, I'm sure, after we turn off the camera. But again, we also do hope we get to keep the unicorn.
All right, everyone. If you're a young professional, I hope we'll see you on a Wednesday night or at one of our fellowship gatherings. And if you're not a young professional, don't be afraid to, if you meet one, even if it's just in the community, to send them our way. Because actually, especially at our fellowship events, a lot of people come from the community who aren't a part of the church, and that's totally cool. Yeah. Nobody gets roped into like a surprise church activity. So, for example, like if you come to our Easter egg hunt, you're not going to magically all of a sudden be at a church service. So like we only do what we say we're going to do. So if we're going mini golf, we're just doing mini golf. And so yeah, we hope to see you there, or someone that you love, or a neighbor that's near you at our next event.
Yeah. Bye all.